The new Exsence is here. Some bait finesse options from Baitsanity. Some bento boxes for everybody. And the official launch of the Megabass Destroyer Evolution. This is what's new at the Hookup Tackle. Good morning, everybody. Griff here. David behind the camera. What's going on, David?
Dude, doing good, doing good. Happy Sunday, kind sir.
Yes, happy Sunday. I'm not gonna drink a beer, but if you want a beer, you can go grab one yourself. We have a few things to unpack today. There's a lot of things going on. The Destroyer Evolution is here. We are going to talk about those. We'll save that for the end, but stay tuned and we'll talk about that stuff. But until we get there, let's talk about some other things that are going on. The highly anticipated Shimano Exsence.
Oh yeah.
All right, the Shimano Exsence has been a reel that's been in the Shimano lineup for a long time. It's a beautiful reel, beautifully designed reel right there. All right, the Exsence is the flagship reel in the MGL series from Shimano. All right, it's built to have a lighter spool. It's supposed to cast better. It's supposed to be more accurate in the casting. The spool is built to make a lot more accurate or longer casts, depending on what you need it for. Smooth. It's styled amazing. That matte black that's on there. The drag system on this reel actually works, right? But they did redesign it so it works better. So it's supposed to engage a lot quicker. I've had my opinion about some reels where the drag does not engage right away. This one is supposed to be built to engage faster so that fighting fish becomes easier, and switching from tighter to looser is a lot easier on this one right here through the front piece here. Here you go, the Shimano Exsence. 3,000 and 2,500 sizes are in. We got a small supply, but they will slowly start to trickle in more and more as time goes on. All right, $5.99 is the price on this, but don't forget that Shimano is about to go 10 to 20% higher in the next couple of weeks. All right, so depending on what the item is, where it's coming from, all that stuff's going to go up. So if you're looking for one of these, I would grab it now. In 2 weeks, the price will go up on these 10 to 20%. So there it is, Shimano Exsence, 3,000, 2,500. All right, guys, some new color options from Jackall. Jackall TN 60 and TN 70. We have Static Shock and Maroon Gill in both. TN series from Jackall is one of our most popular lipless crankbaits. So a metal mouth on the bottom of that one for when making contact. Makes a little bit different of a noise. There you go. Also gets a little bit forward weighted. That typical TN sound right there. And that's that new color right there, Maroon Gill. That's a good gill. If you like that dark red, a lot of people really love reds in liplesses. So there you go with that. And there's your Static Shot right there. That is a mattish or a matte whitish color, dark top, orange bottom, purple face. Pretty slick with that silver chromish, matted chromish type design on the side, and a gold pearl on this one. Ooh. Also new from Jackall are some new color options in the Pompadour. Pompadour, probably the best selling crawler bait on the planet. We got a black shad. It's going to be a chromish style design, that chrome to a what is that, like a more natural fade to a black on top of there. So everybody that uses the Pompadours and ask for some new colors, and we got new colors in, and this one is Spawn Gill Bone. Pretty neat gill color right there. All right, some more new colors. Alrighty, Gantarel Jr. This color is called RT Black Piraruku. I probably said that wrong, but I sounded it out. I did my best. As you know, all the RT colors in Jackall are the real colors, so make them look as real as possible. Get that scale design, you get that good paint on there. That is coming in both the Gantarel and the Gantarel Jr. Piraruku. Alright guys, our friends at Baitsanity have come up with pretty cool bait. Alright. As you guys know, that Baitsanity has gone to this concept called their simple bait concept, where they are making baits other than big glide baits. So they started as a big swim bait company, but now they're getting into other things. So they're calling things as simple baits, like their simple bait crankbait. Well, now they have two versions of a BFS bait. All right, it looks like a baby tug. There it is right there. It is tiny. So right there, that is in that nickel color, chrome sides, clear top and bottom. This glide right here, 2 inches, 2 grams. It does actually glide, which is crazy. I watched Fahad, the owner of Baitsanity, get this thing to glide. It's getting like 2 to 3 inches per side. He had a lot of control over it. I tried to do it. I caught a lot of fish with it, but I was just not able to get it to do those constant glides. But it does twitch really well. It does catch a ton of fish. We've caught brown trout, bass, giant red ear sunfish, whatever you want. They'll eat it. Any predator is gonna munch on something like this. It's a cool little bait. So that's the BFS glide. The next option is going to be the same bait except for it has a lip on it, and that one will be the simple bait BFS crank, glide crank. They are all single hook. This one will be at 2.3 grams or 2.2 grams. Same concept, except for just cast this one out, reel it in, and it just does that natural swim motion. It's not gonna dive down super deep. You're gonna get a couple inches under the surface, but same thing. It's small. The fish like it. They'll eat it up. You can catch all kinds of species on it. They do really, really well. I've been having a good time with this. And each one of those, they do float. So each one of those will come with sticky weights if you want to do a little bit of suspending action. They're tungsten, so they're small and they won't get in the way of the action of the bait. Super cool new offering from our friends over there at Baitsanity. All right, guys, from Gamakatsu. Gamakatsu stuff is starting to trickle in. They had a lot of new things going down at ICAST this year, so we're starting to get some of their things. This is the Gamakatsu One Touch blade. All right, 2 different options on the blades. You have your single hook and you have your treble hook. So what they are is they're just blades that you can put on your hooks. Simple as that. Bladed hooks have been becoming super popular. So now they're giving you the option just to add it onto your hook. So whatever you're running, you just run do your fishing, and then let's say you got a swim bait, a little jig hook out of there. You just take this little piece. There's a little clip underneath there. You just hook it onto your hook. It has that attachment like a spinnerbait stinger hook. Just goes on there, and now you have a blade. So it comes off, it goes on. Pretty simple. You can put it on and off as you please. One made for a single hook, one made for a treble hook. The treble hook has a clip on there. Just clip it to the split ring area of your treble hook. Any treble hook, any single hook, now you have that option. So one of the biggest issues with using a nail weight is that you have to have 8 million of them because they fall out. You use them, you get bit, that fish is thrashing it around, they just fall out. And then you have to put another one in there. I like to use the ones that you break to the size. Yep. So now I have to break a new one, to put it in there. And they've done all kinds of things to prevent that. They make them rigid, they make them ribbed, they make them screw in, but you always end up losing them. But I think that there's finally a solution. Gamakatsu has made a nail weight called the TG Trigger Nail Weight.
Damn.
All right. Their solution was to put some wires in it. Just like your wire bait keepers on your hooks. So they have those wires. Those wires are stiff. They're not going anywhere, right? They're going to stick in the bait, and they're going to stick. As this tries to come out, it's going to hold in there, and it's going to hold it in there. I mean, when you talk about you want to see new items every year that solve problems, this is a problem solver. And one of my favorite items of the year, even though it's just a piece of metal, but I know it's going to cause, it's going to relieve a lot of grief on the water. People are going to start using them more because they're going to work well. 3 sizes. We have them in 3/32, 16th, and 1/8 ounce. So the 1/8 ounce is a size that we don't get a ton of. It's a heavier size, but it is there. So available now, the TG Trigger Nail Weight. All right, guys, another BFS offering. This time from our friends at Nishine up there in Canada. Making super nice Japanese stuff. All right, right here we have the Saugen 40. This one is 40 millimeters, 3.1 grams.
Wow.
Right? Still pretty light. Bait fish profile. It looks like a paddle tail swim bait, but it's all hard plastic. None of it's soft. It doesn't bend. It's not pliable. It's all hard. All right. Has that typical Nishine blade that everybody is used to. Not a blade to spin around. It's on a split ring. A blade to make contact with the bait and make some noise. All right. So this bait is meant to be casted out, fish straight, retrieve, and it's going to get that swim bait style because of that tail in the back. It's going to get that swim bait style roll. But as it's doing that, this blade is going to be hitting the side of it, just clacking it, clack, 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 clack. As faster you go, the faster the clicks are going to be. A super tiny profile on there. Hook in the single hook on the back. Another small offering right there. It does come with a snap. Nishine makes some of the best snaps on the market. So if you guys are looking for good snaps, this is one of the better egg snaps there is out there. Can be fished with or without the blade. Talking to those guys over there. Cast and retrieve. You can cast, twitch, and you can cast and then fish it like a spoon. Lift and drop, lift and drop, lift and drop. With the blade on there, every action that you do choose, it will knock on the bait. There's not going to be a way that you can fish it where it doesn't. If you need to go silent and just want the profile and look, just take that split ring off and you have that right there. Boom. Guys over there at Nishine, he spent a lot of time perfecting his baits. This bait was probably made 6, 7, 8 years ago, but just come to the market because it's right now, right? So he just got it right. So there we go. The Nishine Saugen 40. So SLP works. We talked about this during our JDM fishing show. A lot of pre-orders were made. They are in. Pre-orders have been sent out. So we have the SLP Works knobs right there. These are those cork knobs that are coated, super dense, so you can, it doesn't just look good, it's there to function. It's super dense, so you can feel vibrations through your fingers while using your reel. These ones right here come in single packs. Single packs because you can use them for spinning or casting. So if you got a casting, get 2. If you got spinning, get 1. Also, we are going to be offering handles, carbon fiber crank handles for casting reels only at the moment. These will be for your Daiwa reels, Steez, Zillion, Alpha, Tatula, 85 millimeter, 95 millimeter, 90 millimeter, 100 millimeter, and 80 millimeter. And these are those knobs are direct fitments for these. You can just buy the knob and the thing, the handle, fit them on there. They bolt on. All your tools and accessories are going to be this bottom portion of the box. So you'll have those. These are made out of a real carbon fiber. They're light, they're pretty thick, they're hardcore. They're made to be used and they're made to be abused. And if you didn't want to do all the work of putting them together, we are going to be offering, boom, a set already made for you. So you're going to get this purple color right here, but let me take this out. It's the same style knob, but the color is different. It's gonna go like a purple green to like a white. It's definitely a good color change chameleon that's on that knob. Super sick. And those are gonna be in all those sizes, 85, 100, 90, 95. David, you know what? One item that people really, really love?
What is that?
It's a bento.
Oh, of course, dude.
So today, we are gonna do 2 bentos. What's better than 1 bento?
Two
bentos.
bentos.
All right, this might take a minute. There's a lot of things going on in these bento boxes. They are loaded. And I know you guys don't expect anything less than when we're offering a bento, it's gonna be loaded. Let's talk about this one first. The Doe Live Mania bento. You are gonna get Magnum EXDR, HP Minnow, all of our favorite soft plastics. All right, Doe Live crawls, Doe Live sticks, the Beeve, more Doe Live sticks, fats, Doe Live shots, spin nuts, more Doe Live sticks, Doe Live shads, crank baits, HPFs, Max DRs, rattling blitzes, jerk baits. You're gonna get Varunas, 2 of them. All right, you're gonna get Asuras, EXDRs. This has become one of my favorite jerk baits. I run this all spring long when I'm fishing in moving water. Not a lot of people know you can do that, but woof. EXDR, SSR, and get some MMZs. All right, super realistic worm and some dice. That's a loaded box right there. Let me tell you, the colors are not going to be very specific on these boxes. All right, so there's not specific colors on these. All right, so you guys are going to get what you get. There's no option to choose when we build these boxes. We're just going to build them. So whatever gets in the box is what you're going to get. All that, $100.
Damn.
It's got to be at least $350 worth of gear. $100. Doe Live Mania bento. This one is going to be called the Super Summer Bento. Not as many of these available as the Doe Live bento, but we are going to give you a lot of things. All right, start out with some terminal stuff, some Ned heads. All right, so you got your blockheads, 2 packs of blockheads, some stroll heads, Horizon head weedlesses from Gamakatsu. These are going to be your owner blockheads. You will all get an Amazon. All right, so the Amazon is a really cool, bigger topwater bait. We went out the other day and we had a really good time with this. You guys will be seeing that footage here shortly. Some Doe Live stick fats. If you wanted more Doe Live sticks, there you go. Some Hideup staggers. You're going to get some Bay Rough stuff right here. Usakana swimmers, not slides, swimmers. All right, guys. 2 jackhammers. Super cool topwater mouse from Gamakatsu. Blade Waker. There is that Union Gill. It's insane. More bladed jig. Some drift fry. Got trailers for your jackhammers. Some Zaco Slims, a few packs of those. One of our favorite buzz baits, double buzzes, the Quaz Killer. 2 kick knockers, one of the best kick knocker colors ever made, and hell yeah, Gil. The Whipper, remembers the Whipper, super sick little frog bait. Koikis and Koiki shrimp going in there with the Vulcan bait right there. That's that FMR duo jerk bait 120. That right there is one of the secrets of the pros, is that 120 size jerk bait right there. Valley Hill LV 500 with that super unique sound on there. Another topwater bait, the Metal Mouse from Gamakatsu. Magnum EXDR when your fish go deep. This box has everything you need for the summer. I mean, it's got a lot of things. And we're not even done. I've just been saving. Oh my goodness. This probably has never been done before. Vision 110 and Vision 110 plus 1. Oof.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so you're gonna get that Magomi Oikawa right there, and the 110, and the GG Red Eye Hasu +1, plus a Live X LVO. All right, all of that, $100.
Dang.
$100. There it is, guys. 2 giant bento boxes, $100. I mean, I'm super hyped. There's a lot of things going on there. So let's get it. All right, guys. This is what you've been waiting for. This is the official launch of the Megabass Destroyer Evoluzion.
Damn, that
Bam.
looks dirty. Yeah.
Looky. All right. So the Evoluzion is not new to Megabass. We've used Evoluzions for years. We've loved them. We've caught a lot of fish on Evoluzions. This is just a new Evoluzion to the market. All right. New technology being added into it. Some old technology being brought back. All right. So the last lineup of Evoluzions were amazing. A lot of guys really liked them. It's some pretty cool rods. The stars of the show being the Spinels L2 and the White Python. Super cool rods. I don't know what else I can say except for amazing. I've had the opportunity to fish a few of these models and I had a really good time. We just dropped a video earlier this week. You guys heard our opinions on the models that we did get to fish. Hopefully in the next upcoming weeks, we'll be able to fish a couple more of them, but they are here. Order your Evoluzions now. If you've just been waiting, you didn't want to do the pre-order, they are ready to be ordered now. They will be shipping on Wednesday, all right? We're gonna get through all the pre-order shipments first, make sure everyone gets their rods. If you order today, they will be shipped on Wednesday. So they added the titanium. We know that the Evoluzion, the last iteration, was titanium.
Nice.
It did have titanium in the blank, but it was set up a little bit differently. I don't know if you can see this, but you see all the lines in there
Oh yeah.
in the blank. So those are titanium strips, and they're going up, all the way up the blank. What that's going to do, it's going to give you this crazy action on these rods. These rods, no matter what the action says, they're going to feel a little bit different. All right, so they're going to be a little bit squishier. It's going to allow you to cast a little bit better. You're going to get a little bit longer of a cast on there, but it's not going to take away from what the rod is meant to do. So your jerkbait rod will function like a jerkbait rod. Your flipping rod or your power rod will function like a power rod. It's going to bend a little bit differently, right? So that titanium is going to flex in there, and then it's going to have like this memory recoil, and it's going to come back. So it's just meant to in there to flex. Titanium's a super strong metal, but they made it very thin so it can flex, and then they put a lot of it in there so it can come back. All right, so you can get that recall, you're gonna get that spring, that bounce back, and these rods are going to fish amazing. All right, it did take me a minute to get used to that feeling, but once I understood it, it was amazing because the rod felt soft, and then I felt everything that was going on, and that's not supposed to happen.
Wow.
Right? Soft rods you're not supposed to feel it, just vibrations and things like that. But when I can count rocks on a rod, I really like that. All right, 15 models in Evoluzion. We're gonna have spinning and casting, but you're gonna get a lot of new style rods. Megabass hasn't made a strolling rod per se, right? But now we have 2 strolling rods. Strolling has become so popular, it's taken over the nation. So they are the Lycan series. One is Lycan MS, the mid stroll. One is Lycan long distance, the LD. All right, one is made for a long distance stroll. The other one is made for your standard mid strolling stuff. One is a 6.3 and one is a 6.10. Long distance is going to be your 6.10. A little bit more power on there. Is a F1.5. The Lycan MS is a F1. All right, super light, so that puts it in that light, ultra light range. Super soft tip on that, so you can get your strolling done right. It's going to have that correct action on the tip. Everything else is going to stay pretty solid. So as you're working your bait, just that tip is doing all the work for you. Super cool rod there. Ethan did get to spend a lot of time with that A Lycan, and he's got me so hyped up to go take it out. I'm ready to go. 3 bait finesse options with the Espada, the Cliffhanger, and the North Wall. All right, 3 different BFS models, 3 different power categories on there. I suggest you look. We have the charts on the website. It's going to tell you exactly what they are, what they're made for. For your power fishing guys, we have the F772 Destruction. So typical power fishing, frog, flip, jig. That rod right there is super dope. It's got a big blank on there. It's super strong. This one gets into the backbone really, really quick. Another sensitive rod, the Lycan. This is the rod I went out and spent some time with. I feel like this is one of the better rods that Megabass has ever made. It's super sensitive, even though that tip is just soft, right? It bends deep in there.
That's awesome.
When we first got the Windbuster, they talked about how amazing it was as a moving bait or reaction bait rod, which it is. It does it really, really well, but that's not how we use it. We use it as a free rig rod. We use it as a bottom contact rod because it is super sensitive. So you're gonna have the option to do both with this rod right here. I tested it. I threw a free rig on it. I threw some reaction bait stuff. We caught fish, and it performed amazingly either way that we wanted to throw it. The Spin L Style 2 is probably the rod for the drop shot. Right, if you wanted a Megabass drop shot rod, that was the rod. All right, this rod right here, I don't know how to say it. Subamagashi. Correct?
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so it's going to be very, very similar. All right, this will make an amazing drop shot rod. Has that feel, has that styling. It's super lightweight. It's going to be very responsive. I feel like the biggest advantage you're going to have with this is that you will be able to do some of each style of drop shotting. So you're going to be able to do that nose hook, and then you're going to be able to implement a Texas rig or weedless drop shot in there. It does bend pretty far into the blank, but super nice rod right there. Alrighty, the Damien. All right, F6, 6'6", 6'6" of pure power on this rod. All right, this rod, it states that it's made to throw like a small glide bait, rat, eye wing, stuff like that. I threw a frog on it, and I was having a good time catching all these fish with the frog. Same thing, bends pretty good at the tip, but super sensitive. I did do some flipping, but the frog for me was money. For a short rod, I was able to cast this thing super far. I think it's because of all that whip that titanium was giving me in the cast. I would pull it back, launch my rod, and that titanium would just whip it. I mean, I was throwing a half-ounce frog, and I was spooling a Steez A all the way out with 65 braid on it almost every single cast.
Wow.
So super sick rod, this Damien. I really, really enjoyed it. Caught some good fish on it. Was a great time. And then you have your other models. If there's any specific model you have a question on, please ask in the comments right here. DM us on Instagram. We'll get to you. There's a lot to go through. There will be an in-depth model by model video that we put out talking about each and every single one of these models. But if anything seems right, is on the description for you guys. I would definitely look into it. These are going to come and these are going to go. It's a great rod. I'm very, very impressed. I kind of missed the Evolutions when they went away, and now we got them back. They brought them, and they came with a vengeance. That technology that I was talking about that they brought back was the slant bridge. All right, so the slant bridge is just meant to counterbalance rods. That's why it's not on every single one of the rods. It's meant to counterbalance rods that it needs to be counterbalanced, and also rods that you do a ton of, you know, working it with your arms and stuff like that, it's gonna move the butt of the rod out of the way, right? So I can move it, I can get in there, I can get things done, and it's never really in the way. When I'm fighting a fish, I do get extra leverage because I get that little bit more of an arm bend on there, and then the counterbalance, it makes a ton of sense. So it's not there just to look cool, right? It does have a function. Bar stock aluminum in the slant bridge, also in the nut, the real nut right here, right? So it's a very well planned, very well thought out rod. It's gonna be great. You guys are gonna love it. So order them now. They're officially up for sale. So there you go. They will start shipping Wednesday once we get through all the pre-orders, and then you guys will have them. You'll fish them. You'll be like, dang, these are amazing. And then it'll be good. All right. So there you go. Destroy Your Evoluzion by Megabass. Available now. Alrighty, guys. That is it. There was a lot of things going on. Why don't you guys put down in the comments what's the favorite thing that you saw today. Tell us what you liked and why. On behalf of everybody here at the Hookup, Ben, myself, David, Ethan, everybody here, thank you for your business. Thank you for tuning in. All right. Have a great day.